Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you're listening to this on the podcast platforms, please do go ahead and subscribe. And if you are listening to this / watching on YouTube, please do the same. Hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, just go ahead and hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. So let's go ahead and get into this podversation / reality chat. You know, the final episode of the 3-part reunion of Married to Medicine just aired this past Sunday night, and I did watch it. I was debating whether I was going to discuss some of the things that came up or not just on this last episode, but throughout the reunion. And I decided that, you know what, I'll go ahead and touch on some things. And the first thing I want to talk about is actually Dr. Jackie and Toya. Now, if you've been watching Married to Medicine, you know several seasons ago, it came out that Dr. Jackie's husband was unfaithful. And to the point where they actually had footage of him, images of him walking through the airport holding another woman's hand. And, you know, ever since I saw that, and I know I'm not in a marriage, I'm not in a relationship, so it's not up to me on whether she should stay or not. And for some people, infidelity is not a deal breaker when it comes to their relationships, whether they're married or not. But to me, seeing this man holding another woman's hand, I'm not saying that screwing another woman is not a big deal, because it actually is, of course. But holding another woman's hand, to me, it was like, yeah, there was definitely a whole lot more involved with that. And he was doing it in public. So she decided to forgive her husband, and that's her right to do so. But when it comes to Dr. Jackie and Toya, I just don't think Dr. Jackie sees it for Toya. And I don't even think the majority of these women are like really, really tight-knit, close friends. And it actually is a fractured group from what we can see. But when Toya said the comment during that season at the reunion, when it came out that Jackie's husband was unfaithful, in a way, Toya was sort of blaming Jackie for it by saying, well, you know, you're always working, like you're not paying attention to him, as if it was okay because she's working hard. And from what I can see, she definitely is the breadwinner in that relationship. I mean, I don't know what Curtis does for a living. That is so disrespectful. But when Toya was going through whatever she was going through in her relationship this season that came out, Dr. Jackie just didn't really act like she really cared. So when Andy asked her about it, and Toya said, you know, I didn't really feel like my friends were supporting me and no one really reached out to me. And then when Dr. Jackie says, well, I didn't really feel like it was my place to do it, I feel that she was just being disingenuous. Dr. Jackie is about her money, and there is nothing wrong with that. But with her being the head of the show, and I won't even say the head of the show, but the main person that they show first and foremost in the credits, in the opening show credits, I don't see them ever getting really rid of her unless she decided not to do it anymore. But hey, it's possible, because they got rid of people from other Housewives franchises before who were pretty much at the top. Like, remember Nene? But I mean, Nene definitely was her own worst enemy when it came to that. But I don't really know if Dr. Jackie should come back, because everything with Dr. Jackie is really about her business. And that's okay to just be about your business. Actually, I think it's great for her to be on television doing what she's doing in her practice. But in my opinion, I feel that she should not be on Married to Medicine, and it should be more possibly like Dr. Pimple Popper, who has a show on the TLC network. I don't watch Dr. Pimple Popper. I've seen some clips of the show and portions of it. Honestly, it's just a bit disgusting for me, even myself as a licensed esthetician and being in the industry and seeing a good bit of things. I mean, for God's sake, I used to do Brazilian waxes. I choose not to do those anymore, but I've seen a lot in my day and time. Okay. So I've seen a number of women's private parts, just like Dr. Jackie has. But thankfully, I have not had to deliver any babies. But I think Dr. Jackie should really just have a show on the TLC network. I don't really see her as a part of Married to Medicine anymore, because even though I believe that Married to Medicine was one of the least problematic reality shows on the Bravo network that didn't really have a ton of drama like you would have with the Real Housewives franchises. But hey, I mean, let's not forget there was a fight in the first season between Mariah and Toya where someone got knocked in the pool. I think actually it was Mariah that fell in the pool, or maybe it was Toya. I can't remember which one. But Toya was looking crazy. Her hair was all over the place. And that was a trip. And I will never forget that. But I like the show. But Married to Medicine does have drama. And I don't feel that Dr. Jackie really wants to have anything to do with that. Everything with her is about her medical practice, her product line. She's doing infomercials. It's just, to me, I don't feel that she's a good fit to be on Married to Medicine anymore. And I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to have a place on television, because it's definitely, I believe, helped her to grow her practice. She sees a lot of women coming to her practice now in the Atlanta area because she has been on the show, and it has given her a whole lot more exposure. Okay, so the reason I brought up about Toya and Jackie, and Toya having her marriage issues and Jackie having her marriage issues in seasons past, I don't think Dr. Jackie is comfortable showcasing her personal life on television. And honestly, that was okay. There is a lot of people that really don't want people to be in their personal business at all. And so having Dr. Jackie on Married to Medicine to be like this mediator sort of person, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. She tried to do that with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa. That definitely did not work out. And she just comes across as wanting to be the person that's like above the fray, above the drama. And I'm sure she is a breast cancer survivor. I'm sure she cannot operate in a space of stress, which really surprises me that she is even continuing to be on this show as long as she has been. I believe it's been, God, I don't know, over 8 years or something like that she's been on this show. I really feel that she should exit from this space, get on a network like TLC if she wants to continue to be on reality TV, get her own show, and not be on Married to Medicine anymore. Because if you don't really want to showcase your personal life, and then you always want to seem as if you are above everyone else in the drama that ensues and that goes on this show, and just kind of cold, in my opinion, because when Andy asked her about, well, when you say you didn't feel that you could reach out to Toya to ask her how she was doing, I mean, Dr. Jackie just seemed really cold, like, I don't really see it for her anyway. And she didn't say that, of course, but that's just really how it comes across. And I like her. I believe she is an amazing businesswoman. She's extremely intelligent, of course, but should she be on Married to Medicine anymore? I don't think that she should. I think that she should pitch herself to the TLC network, one of those networks like that, and get off of Bravo TV, get off of Married to Medicine, and do your own thing. And as it involves other people, I'm just going to talk about that in a different conversation because I don't really want this to be long. But guys, what do you think about Dr. Jackie continuing to be on Married to Medicine? It may be unpopular opinion, but I don't think that she should be back. Dr. Heavenly, she definitely is a businesswoman. She has a great medical practice from what I've heard. But is she messy? 100%. I believe she fits in on this show whether you like her or not. And I don't think she's ever going to stop doing what she's doing with YouTube. And we're going to talk about those things in some different conversations, guys. But let me know your thoughts about Dr. Jackie returning to Married to Medicine. And let me know if you think she should continue to be on reality TV, but just having her own show. And guys, I really appreciate you liking and subscribing. And until the next time, this is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest.